Hi, in this episode of Toysbackzen, we're going to be taking a look at this Kenner EG-6 power droid, better known as the Gonk Droid to most of us, and fix them up. There's not a lot that can go wrong with these toys, but the stickers can sometimes get damaged. This is missing the vent on the top, which is made out of rubber, and sometimes the paint is just in bad shape. There's also a mechanism in there that clicks when you move the legs. Usually I don't see those broken, but I'm sure it can happen. But in this example, it seems fine. So today we're going to make a vent. We're going to take this tape off that some kid put on here because the sticker is falling off. And we're going to clean him up and remove that tape and stick that down. There's also some damage here on the front sticker. We're going to see if we can clean that up. So stick around and let's get into it. So here's an example of a Gonk Droid that's in really good condition. He's got really nice stickers. His paint is really good. The sticker around, the white sticker around the body is in good shape. It's still on. There's a little paint missing on the legs. And he has his antenna that is made of a really soft rubber. If you can look at that, it's got some texture details on the bottom of it too. And so we've got to find a material that's going to work that will allow us to make that same type of thing. And now usually I would use styrene to make something like this, but it's too rigid, and I also could 3D print it, but that would be too rigid trying to make that out of resin. You can see at the bottom of this droid, the vent kind of comes out through the bottom and it's enlarged so that it holds it in place. So I'm going to try to recreate this vent. I've already made one already as a test, and so I think I can make this pretty quick, probably within 10-15 minutes. The material I'm going to use, I went to the dollar store, picked this eraser up. It had like 5 erasers in it, and this is just a black eraser material. It seems to be really durable. It's not going to break or anything like that, and I should be able to easily cut this in the shape that I want to. I think this will be really close to the original feel and look to the original vent that Kenner made. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to cut it in little blocks and sections and work my way down until I get it to the right size and shape. I'm just making the bottom square piece first. The cylinder piece on the top we'll make after. This is the piece that I've come up with, almost like a T shape. And you really have to push it in there to get it in. I'm going to spend the next couple minutes and just keep cutting this down until it's the right size, and it should work. And there, that seems to be the right size and shape. Next, we have to make the round part on the top. That's more like the vent that you see sticking out of the top. And that is a round piece. That's going to be very difficult to cut. But I fix guitars, and a lot of times I have to make my own size dowels to repair headstocks and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you a technique that I use for making small dowels out of wood, but I'm going to be using this eraser to do that. So here we go. Now don't worry, if you don't have power tools to do this, I've got you covered. All you need is a 4mm in diameter piece of cable or something like that. Cut it to size and then just paint the top black, and then you can use that instead. But here is my round piece of rubber that I have, and we're going to use this to make our piece. Now we're going to use a little Gorilla Glue, little Crazy Glue, whatever you got, super glue. Now I tried this earlier, and the eraser glues really well if you're using like a Crazy Glue or a Gorilla Glue or something, CA glue. It glues really well. It almost makes the two pieces one piece, and it makes it really strong. So just make sure you center it on there. It's going to be centered. You can move that. The glue doesn't dry too quick. You can move that and get it centered if you want to. Now the next thing we have to do is let that dry. While that's drying, I'm going to remove this tape that some child back in the day taped the sticker on. And I'm a little confused about this sticker too. This sticker looks really thin compared to my other version, and I've looked at a lot of Kenner variations of this droid, and I couldn't find any pictures of this Gonk Droid that has the really thin sticker. And this sticker seems really hard. It's not like the usual paper sticker that they use. So it may have been a replacement that somebody did. But anyway, I'm just going to use this glue stick here to glue this on. Next, I'm going to use the usual Zippo lighter fluid here. I wasn't sure if this sticker was damaged or if it was just dirty. So I'm going to clean it up anyway, and the white sticker around the body here, and get some of the tape goo and stuff off of it while it's drying. And there's the droid. It's pretty much done. Here is my prototype that I made. I didn't show that prototype, but there's my prototype. It looks pretty good, and you'll notice I have some of the texture on the prototype, and I'm going to show you how I did that here. So I just took my scalpel here, and I'm taking the back of the blade and getting it really hot. I'm just pretty much making the texture with the lines using the back of my blade, and just burning it into the eraser, and it actually does a pretty good job. I tried cutting it, and it didn't look good, so I found that doing the burn method works really well. There you go. It's hard to get really consistent with the depth of the burns, but there's a good example of what you can do. I really think that without the texture it still looked really good, but that's just a way that you could try to get those textures in there. And it's looking pretty good. Next, you could use some satin varnish. I'm going to use this to make the rubber a little less matte black and kind of give it a little bit more of a shine. I'm also going to fix this sticker. It's in really bad shape. I'm just going to take this black marker pen and just touch up some of the black here. Now I'm going to use this very fine felt pen to make the fine line around the, I don't know what that is, around that circle shape. The eye, I guess, or the sensor. And I also used some paint here. I made some dark yellow and fixed a little bit of the paint on the yellow square there on the left. And I used, again, some varnish. So here's a before shot, and here is my Gonk Droid. It's all done. The varnish is dried, and the paint is dry. The glue is all dry, and I think it turned out really good. I'm quite happy with the results. So thanks for watching this episode. I feel that this was a really easy and fast way to spruce up this figure. It's really fun to do. You don't have to use a lot of things. You can pretty much find everything around the house or at your local dollar store. And pretty much I spent about $2 fixing this. I had everything else already on hand. And you really don't even need power tools. You just need some scissors and a knife. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video if you enjoyed it, and also share it to everybody that you think would enjoy this video. hit the notification bell, and leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of this repair. See you later.